good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. It is the last day of August, so that means for the majority of the video it'll be about the temperature blanket and just kind of showing you a full update of like how much yarn I have left over and how big it is getting and what it looks like and everything. And also before that, I would like to roll the balls of yarn and show you how I do that. I don't know how to say the actual name of like how they start when you buy them at the store. I know it starts with an S, but I don't know how to pronounce that whatsoever, so I just call them balls of yarn. So I would like to show you how I roll those. Sometimes it can be easier than others, that's for sure. So I'm imagining it's not going to be the easiest thing because I don't even know if I do this properly, but it is a way to do it. So yeah, that's probably what the video is going to be today, but right now I just want to say good morning and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I'll see you in a little bit. I have been working on the wings a little bit more today. None of these pieces, the white, black, and all of that to here, none of those are glued on yet. But I tried them on with the black edges glued on both sides. These things are absolutely massive and I love it. I need to measure how big these things are, honestly, because the video really does not show how big they are. It's really impressive, honestly. But I did cut out a bunch more of the white felt and a couple more black pieces to see where I'm going to put them, and that's how I'm going to do the color. I'm going to add the black up here along here, and then I haven't decided if I'm doing black or white on this arm, I guess. I'm not sure what that's called, but I haven't decided if I'm doing black or white there yet. But yeah, that's how I'm doing the color. I wanted to give you a quick update on how it's going, and also I have them cut out for the other side too on both sides, so that way they'll match, at least with the longer feathers. I need to figure out how to copy that the best way I can because I did not plan ahead there, but I'll figure it out. And now I'm going to get some of this yarn rolled, and I wanted to show you how I do it as well. And also, this is how much scrap fabric that I have so far. It's not much, but it's also quite a lot. I am going to try and use as much of this as I possibly can for something. I don't know if it's going to be on the wings or not, but I am going to use as much of it as I can. And I'm going to do the orange one because I can't technically put that one on the ball of yarn right now because it's in use, but I want to roll this because I'm going to do the rest of them anyway. And I'm not going to show you the rest of the yarn yet until I do the blanket, but this is one end of the yarn and it's the easier one to get at, so you can use that one as well, but I don't. I take it from the center and it doesn't like roll around as much when you are rolling it. Sometimes it's just kind of difficult to get the end of it out without it tangling, so hopefully that doesn't happen today. All right, I pulled the center out and now I just have to find the, oh wow, that was very easy actually, it's right there. And then to get it started, I just hold it on my fingers like that and wrap it around a few times. I should probably take my watch off for this because otherwise it's gonna count steps that I am not taking. But I just wrap it around my hand a few times until, I don't know, I just do as many as it looks good. And then I have a little loop thingy, I don't know. And then I just wrap the yarn around that. Sorry if I'm going too quickly. I just wrap the yarn around that until it starts to get a bit thicker, and then I fold it in half the other way. And then I hold the loose ends and wrap it like this until that's tighter. And then I turn it on its side again and wrap it the other way. And then I turn it on its side again and wrap it the other way until basically all of the loose yarn is nice and tight in the center. And then it just kind of forms a ball on its own. And yeah, that's how I make a ball of yarn. It's quite simple, honestly, except this one I got lucky with. Sometimes finding the center can be very difficult. And then starting doing it this way as well, like I said, because it's taking it from the center, the ball of yarn that I don't know how to say the name of currently, doesn't roll around the room and it's not annoying. If I can't get it from the center, I'll do it from the outside, but I definitely prefer rolling it this way because yeah, the ball of yarn doesn't fly all over the place. I'm gonna continue on rolling this one and then I'll get the other ones later on after I show you how much yarn I have left over for the month so far, well, for the entire year, but I just wanted to roll this one because I can't, because it's still, you know, this color is technically technically in use, so once I run out, I'll just tie this one onto it. It's perfectly fine. That took me exactly 7 minutes and 45-ish seconds, so 10 minutes in total. That was after I showed you the first part, but this is what it looks like now that it is all rolled, and I kind of want to roll the rest of them, so that means that you get to see how much yarn we have left over now. I'm not going to show you the blanket yet because I haven't knit the row yet, and I'm not going to until later because technically it's not even the high temperature of the day, so I don't know. I'm pretty positive that we're going to be using the orange. Actually, I am like 100% confident that we're using the orange today, but I don't want to knit just yet. I enjoy doing that in the evenings, but I will start with the coldest temperature first, and I need to re-roll this, but I don't feel like it. I'll get it when I do the gray, but this is the gray one and how much we have left. I only got one ball of yarn from this. This one is going to be the second ball that I add to it, so this is starting off one ball of yarn, and we have only done one row of gray. It only got that cold once. This is 20 degrees or below, so yeah, it's only been super cold one day this year. And then next for the temperature color is blue, and this is 2 balls. All of the other colors have 2 of them tied onto it that have been used, but this is how much blue we have left. And then the next one is, there's a little bit of yarn coming unraveled, is the green, and we have used more green than the blue one. And then next is the orange one that we all know we have used most of. There's so little left, it's hilarious, obviously, and the one that I just rolled, but yeah, this is all we have left of the orange one. And then the yellow we also have used quite a bit of too, so that's how much yellow we have left. And then obviously we have the white that I'm going to do the border in. This has not changed at all because I haven't used it yet. I'm going to be using that after the blanket's complete, but yeah, those are all the colors, and I'm going to get back to rolling the rest of them because I showed you how much we have left now. And then I will be back later unless I do anything. I'll probably just be back later when I knit this, and I hope that helped you if you were struggling trying to get your yarn rolled into a ball, because it can be a little bit, you know, frustrating at times, so I hope that helped you. But yeah, I'm gonna get the rest of these done now, and I will be right back. Oh yeah, and how I add it to the other ball of yarn that's already rolled with the new one, I just tie the yarn strings together with a knot, and then they just kind of hold. So yeah, that's all I do for that if you're adding 2 as well. I forgot I wanted to show you that too, but yeah, these 2 are now connected in just a basic knot. But I'm gonna get this one rolled, and yes, I am now standing up. It usually goes faster when I'm standing up, so that's why I'm over here now. Try this again. There was a bee over here 2 minutes ago when I was checking and trying to get these little tomatoes. This is a big tomato, actually. Here we go. That one had bugs eat it, so that one's gonna stay there. But we have 2 and 3. And pumpkin, definitely massive, so very, very exciting over here. And we might get pumpkins. Okay, so before I get started knitting, I wanted to say a couple of things. I didn't get these 2 yarns rolled just yet, but I'll do that probably tomorrow. I ran out of time. And the wings back here, I just measured them. They are, which I had a feeling they would be, but I was thinking like more like 9, and that was, you know, gonna be massive as it is. They're a little bit over 10 feet long. Like spread out like this. I honestly can't believe how big they are. It's really cool how big they are, of course, but like yeah, I wasn't expecting that whatsoever, so I still hope they're gonna work once they're like fully felted and like feathered, I guess, and finished, because I still have to put the felt on the other side and they're already kind of heavy, so I'm gonna have to reinforce things a little bit, like the straps, to make sure they don't break, because yeah, that would not be good with all that extra weight on there. I'm also loving how they're turning out, and I glued all the white feathers that are on there down now. On the second and third layer are completely glued. They're just drying now, and then I'll be able to finish the top layer, and then I just do the other side. Obviously, I'll do a separate video on just them when they're finished, but as for right now, they're doing amazing. And also, it is time, oops, there's a couple of leaves on the blanket because I was taking care of the colorful leaves, and these things drop leaves like if you glance at them. I don't know how they still have so many, but they do. It's just one of those very messy plants. My arms honestly got kind of tired as I was rolling the yarn, so I needed to take a break, and I took care of my plants. Broken Branch once again needed water. I know that is not surprising. He takes water, like an entire cup of water. Here, I'll show you what I use. Since it's over here, I use this cup of water, and I don't know how many ounces it holds. That's what I use for the plants, and he drinks an entire one of those every single day, and made sure everyone else was doing okay with their water as well, and also checked everybody for bugs because I've been doing that on Sunday. And there were a couple of the bugs that I do not know how to say the name of that are very destructive on one of the basil plants, which I was very much not happy to see because they can do a lot of damage to the basil very quickly. So I was not happy to see that. So I had to use my tomato and vegetable bug spray finally for the first time all year, which is honestly pretty impressive. Colorful leaves only had one, and the pothos don't have any, which is extremely exciting because a couple weeks ago when I first spotted them, it was not good. They had like a lot, so they are moving from plant to plant now, but I think each time I find them they are less and less, so I think it is definitely working what I have been doing with the bug spray on Sundays. So yeah, I did that, and then I played Animal Crossing for a little bit and watered my pumpkins to make sure that they would be the set of 3 next time I harvest them. And then much later on in the day I went outside and checked on the garden and got bit by a bug. I don't know what kind of bug it is. It's just a teeny tiny little mark, and it doesn't itch anymore, thankfully, but I don't know what it was. I think it might have been an ant. It was kind of painful when it bit me, but now it's not that bad. And there was a bee that thankfully let me get those tomatoes eventually. Took me a little while, but it's okay. I was being patient. The main reason that I watered the garden today was for the pumpkin, because pumpkins drink a lot of water, and I'm trying to get it to grow pretty quickly. Oh, the other pumpkins that I planted that were in the container, yeah, pretty positive those are not gonna make it. But the one that I started outside obviously is doing really well. And I want to make sure that it has plenty of water so that way it can grow as quickly as it can before Halloween and fall to see if we can get a pumpkin. And Dad's is doing much better today, by the way. So the water did help it yesterday or the day before, whenever I did that. I think that was yesterday. Feels like a very long time ago, but his pumpkin is also doing much better. But anyway, I'm almost at the end of this row, so I will be right back to show you the entire blanket once I finish. I should measure this. I actually have the tape measure in my room because I measured the wings. Might as well. I'll lay this thing out and measure it once I finish knitting as well today. So give me just a second to finish this, and then I will show you how it's doing for the entire 8 months of the year so far. I was just trying to figure out, because I'm almost done with these couple stitches, how I am going to measure these, measure the blanket the best, because of the wings. But I think actually, like, I was thinking about bringing this over into the other room because it's a clean surface over there. Like, the floor is actually, you can see it. It might actually be better to measure them in here so that way you can kind of see how big both things are together, and it might be kind of interesting both for me and hopefully for you as well, but mostly for me because I'm curious how big these things are like compared to each other. And also today, obviously a orange yarn day. I was pretty confident that it would be, but it most definitely was. It is very interesting how we have used so much more orange than the rest of all the yarn colors. It's so tiny. Let me back up so that way I can show you what it looks like with me holding it, and then I will lay it out the best I possibly can so you can see it and so I can measure it. Okay, I think I got it. This is what the entire thing looks like for the entire year so far with me holding it. And let me lay this thing down so I can measure it because I'm really curious how long it is. I think that's the best we're gonna get there. I guess it was taller than me because when I'm holding it, I don't know if I'm even in frame right now, but I think it was taller than me when I'm holding it because it stretches out a little bit. But laying down and not stretched out, it is 4 feet and 9.5 inches almost exactly. So it's not as big as I was thinking it is, so that's kind of good. And I think it's just because when I was holding it, you know, because weight, it stretches, knit things get stretched with weight. So I think that's why it equals out to be a little over 5 feet tall when I'm standing up and I'm holding it, so that makes sense. But yeah, it is 4.5 feet, is that what I said? It is maybe a little bit over, I don't remember already. It's a good thing I have it on video. And yeah, this is the entire blanket for the year in this little basket, and I just wanted to say thank you for being here and knitting with me every single day for this entire year so far. We have made it 8 months, which is really exciting. And considering I was so nervous to start this thing last year, I'm glad that we're still making it together. So just thank you. I'm more grateful than I can ever put into words. So just, yeah, it really means a lot that you're here and you're helping me and spending time with me while I knit and everything. It just means a lot. So thank you so much. And as for tomorrow, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be doing. Dad and I might honestly go for another motorcycle ride if it's not too cold. We might go for another motorcycle ride. But besides that, the other things that I would like to do is obviously work on the wings a little bit more. And I need to trim, is she even in frame? The string of turtles right there. Yes, she is. I need to trim her a little bit because I think she's sick or something right now. I think I might have given her a little bit too much water. So she's dropping a lot of leaves. So I need to trim her quite a bit and try to help her out a little before she gets worse. But as for today and the past 8 months, just thank you so much for being here and spending time and just like, seriously, for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. It's truly amazing that you do that, so thank you. And with that, I hope you had a good day today no matter what you did. If it was a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you had a good day, and I will see you tomorrow with the next video. Bye. Thanks again so much for watching.